Your Majesty shall not me.
It's one of Miss Cheap's favorite events, not just because it's free, but because it's so uniquely Nashville. We're at the Nashville Shakespeare Festival getting a preview of a big event that's starting this week.
Well, it opens tonight and it runs for a month on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And it is free, and it's one of the few Shakespeare festivals in the country that's still free. It's a real treat.
It really is a treat. Now, they would like you to make a donation because obviously a big production like this does not happen for free.
Well, this thing costs about $300,000 to put on. I mean, it's 20 actors, 10 of them professional, 10 apprentice, lots of costs associated with it. So they asked for a suggested $10 donation, but they really want it to be sort of a pay-what-you-can kind of thing. And this year, this is one of the first years that they've had some actual seats that are sold that are $60 and $50 that come with dinner. So if people really want to step up and want a perk of having real seats and having dinner and not having to get here early to get their seat, they might want to opt for that. But it's free if you want it to be free.
This is a neat concept because they're taking Henry V, one of the classic Shakespeare plays, and setting it during the Civil War.
Well, you can see that the backdrop, the set, is like a burned-out homestead. It's to conjure up the Civil War, the end of the Civil War, and then the setting is that the players in this are actually Civil War era people, a family, and they're going with bringing the family back together through Shakespeare and through the play. So it's very interesting, and you know, this is the kind of thing that you can bring families out here. They have pre-show entertainment starting at 6:30. The plays start at 7:30. They have all kind of music beforehand, and they have music all during this. The princely players are going to do the music for this, and they're on stage most of the time, sort of setting the spiritual context to this. It's really cool.
For a muse of fire that would ascend the brightest heaven of invention.
You really can make an afternoon and an evening of this because you do need to come early in order to kind of stake out your spot if you want to bring a blanket.
Right. The blankets go all around here, and people can bring lawn chairs. And then there's some benches that come with the park. You know, this is in Centennial Park at the band shell. But with these noble seats and these royal seats, the royal seats are actually, they tell me, where the Queen would sit if she came. And I don't think she's coming. But there are only 10 of those, and you know, it's under a tent. You can see almost backstage. And then the noble seats they're $50 instead of $60, and they are up front, you know, right dead center, and good seats, and both of them do include this dinner, so it's sort of a gourmet picnic dinner. But I really think the free part, I'd have to come for the free part.
Definitely. How many people do they expect to come each evening?
Well, it's anywhere from 800 to 1,200 people come each night. The earlier in the season, you know, like this week and next week are probably less crowded. Saturdays, I think, are the most crowded. They're also having a performance on Labor Day. So it's 21 performances over the course of this. And again, it's a very expensive thing to produce. This is professional theater. This is not some rinky-dink kind of thing. I mean, it's really first class. And people who come to it the reviews are always really, really good.
Great. To find his title with some shows of truth, though in pure truth it was correct and not conveyed himself.
All right, this sounds like it's going to be a fun event to come out and be a part of. And as the evenings are getting cooler, you don't really have to worry that much about the heat. It's just a pleasant night in Centennial Park to see some great theater.
Well, it is great theater, and I think people who haven't been will love this.
All right, Mary, thanks so much for telling us about Shakespeare in the Park. Where do we get tickets?
Well, free. You just show up, and if you want tickets Nashville, or NashvilleShakes.org is the website for Nashville Shakespeare Festival.
Yeah, because you might want to reserve those free seats, or not the free seats, but the special seats if you want to have a premier spot.
Right, the premier spot, you know, be treated like royalty. I love it.
All right, Mary, thanks a lot.
Thanks. Stay cheap.